Welcome to PowerCon 2020. It's our final panel of the day, but one that is certainly going to be an exciting panel for all of the fans out there. Welcome everybody to the Masters of the Universe, from Origins into the Masterverse, the Mattel panel all about the action figure lines. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I am certain we're going to see a lot of really cool reveals from the Mattel team, and there will also be an opportunity for you at home to ask some questions. So with that being said, first of all, thank you so very much for joining us here at PowerCon this year. It's always sad when we can't do this sort of thing in person, but it's been a really amazing experience being able to broadcast live to everybody at home. The turnout and participation has been amazing. So thank you all so very much for all of the support during this time. I wanted to let you guys know about a few simple rules before we get started. At the bottom of your Zoom window, you're going to see two little dialog boxes. One of those says chat and the other says Q&A. You can use that chat box all throughout the panel to discuss what's going on with each other. That way you guys can talk about how excited you are and just kind of discuss all of the very cool reveals that are about to happen. The Q&A box will be reserved for the very end of the panel when we open up the Q&A session. We're going to allow roughly 20 minutes for the team to answer those questions. So until that time, we ask that you please keep the Q&A box empty, so that way when we announce it, it's ready to go. And with that being said, I am now going to turn things over to Josh Graham from Mattel to get things started. It's all on you, Josh.
Thanks, Dan. Nice seeing you again. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. Thank you for Val for having us. And we are really excited to be here. So I believe we have a presentation we can queue up. There we go. So I hope everyone, you've still got some energy saved up after all the panels this weekend. Welcome to the Mattel Action Figures PowerCon panel. I'm Josh Graham from Brand Marketing. I think you're probably more excited to hear from the creative team that I brought with me today. So why don't we go down the line and introduce ourselves?
Hey, everybody around the world. It's amazing. I'm seeing people chiming in from the Netherlands and Colombia. I'm Ruben Martinez. I'm in product design working on MOTU.
Hey, everyone. I'm Roy Juarez, and I'm the key lead packaging designer for Masters of the Universe.
Hi guys, I'm Terry Higuchi. I'm the key lead designer on MOTU for the design side.
What's up, PowerCon? I'm Robert Rudman, the brand copywriter for Masters of the Universe and your heroic master of mini comics.
Hello, everyone. Super excited to be here. My name is Sam Pack. I'm a designer on MOTU.
Cool. And of course, a special thank you to Pixel Dan for having us today.
Always happy to do this with you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, it seems like only a year ago, we were actually doing this in person. So we got to introduce the world to Origins for the first time. We got to tell you about some great content coming out. Kevin Smith showed up, which is so cool. And you guys brought it per usual. So a year later, what's changed? Well, for starters, we all have to do this from our living rooms, but also Origins is finally arriving and we're so happy to have it here. Well, sort of arriving. So rest assured, everyone, I know it's been the question on the front of everyone's minds recently. There is going to be plentiful product for everyone. I know Walmart is taking a couple of weeks just to set their planograms right now. Internationally, we've got product rolling out different countries at different times. But rest assured, there's going to be a ton of product coming out this year. We've got more coming in 2020, and 2021 is going to be even bigger. All right, so now that's done, let's get to the part I know Pixel Dan's been waiting all day for, the product.
Let's do it.
Are we ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Cool. All right, first up, the minis. They may be small, but they pack a big punch. So here's a quick look at some of the new figures we have planned for spring. Following up on the footsteps of our Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain waves this fall, we've got Slime Pit and Anti-Eternia coming in the spring.
Yeah, all right. So these are some of the new minis that are on display here. You know, we got some fan favorites like the Battle Armor, Skeletor, and He-Man. We also included figures that we couldn't get to in the first time around. So we have Clawful, Tila, Zodak, and we wanted to do something kind of special and stay current with the Anti-Eternia theme. So you got Anti-Eternia He-Man and Anti-Eternia Man-at-Arms. And just like the Castle Grayskull and the Snake Pit, or the Snake Mountain, the Slime Pit is a clamshell packaging that you're able to connect and stitch your figures on top of it to make a really cool display piece.
Very cool.
Yeah, we like these guys a lot. But of course, the mini singles aren't all that we've got planned. Dan, as you know, we've got mini vehicles and creatures coming too.
Yeah, so we saw how cool the minis were, and we decided, hey, why don't we do some vehicles for them? So on the top, we have Roton, the classic Roton. It comes with Skeletor. It rolls. You can put the figure inside. In the outside of Roton, the saw blade, you can manually spin it. And the blasters that stick onto Roton, you can also remove and can hold in Skeletor's hand, so he can do some dual gunslinging. And on the bottom, we have the classic Road Ripper with He-Man, and that also rolls. And I'd like to know from the fans, if you guys like this kind of thing, what other vehicles would you want to see in the line? So please comment below.
Hi, Terry. I'm a fan. I would definitely see more of these. Like these are killer. I really love the mini vehicles. I mean, if like Battle Ram, man, it's gotta, right?
Yeah, it also kind of just adds to the world of the minis, right? So this is awesome.
The comments are blowing up with Land Shark
Yeah,
right now. I don't know if you guys are
Landshark.
seeing that.
Dashosaurus. There's a lot of good ones in there.
Oh, I saw Wind Raider swing by right there, right? Gotta have Wind Raider.
Spydor. Ooh, Spydor.
Hey, we got to talk about that packaging too, because we didn't see that before when you revealed these, and I love the homage to the vintage vehicle packages with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, these are really cool, man. Yeah, the figures, the minifigures and the vehicles will come packaged inside this, really cool blister card. The artwork itself, on the front card is basically, it's like a fun and playful reinterpretation of like the original artwork that we saw in the box art. I mean, yeah, these guys are just like loads of fun, man. These guys are really cool.
Yeah, so they're going to be on peg at $9.99, not blind. You'll be able to see the characters. And so we'll have Roton and Road Ripper coming out in spring. But lastly, in the mini scale, also one of my favorites, the mini multi-packs.
Yeah, these guys are really cool here too. Yeah, so basically these are 4 figures or 4 little minifigures that you get, that come inside this little mini Castle Grayskull closed box. And when you open the box, you get the interior of Castle Grayskull. So what's really cool about this packaging here is that it could also become like a diorama box. So to display like your minifigures, or you can use it as a little mini Castle Grayskull playset, So these guys are fun.
Yeah, so we'll have Grayskull with that Grayskull wave. And Sam, who you were about to tell us about the characters, right?
Yes, sir. So in addition to Roy's awesome dioramic packaging, you're going to have one exclusive character in this pack. So, for example, the Snake Mountain one is the Red Beastman, and the one previous from the Heroic pack is Ramman in his concept art coloring. So he's got the orange shirt and then the red pants and then the brown boots.
Yeah, and this right here is our Evil pack right here, which you get the 4 figures that come inside this mini Snake Mountain closed box. And again, the box opens to reveal the interior of Snake Mountain. And, just like the other one, it's a really cool diorama set, which you could display your minifigures, and use it as a little playset too.
Yeah, so both of these guys are going to be available later this fall through Walmart.com, but also through Diamond Comics. So stay tuned. We'll try to get some stuff going on social media as well. But later this fall, you'll see both of those, and then more to come in spring. But I think this is the part that everyone's really waiting for. Origins. It's finally on shelf. We couldn't be more excited. Fall 2020 has introduced some of our most core characters from Eternia. But of course, the Battle Ram doesn't just stop there. We've got some new guys coming. You might recognize that old corncob sword.
Yes, the corn cob sword. So here's a brief look at our upcoming figures. Definitely fan favorites, fully functioning Roboto with the spinning gears in the mouth, and my personal favorite, Ninjor. And of course, Merman and Stratos.
Yeah, so we're gonna have 8 new characters in the core line in spring, in addition to everything coming out this fall. But that's not all. So, of course, the best part of the original figures were that they came with these really cool features, right? So we wanted to introduce the Origins Deluxe line. And I'll let Sam tell you about these.
All right, what can I say other than we have to do these, right? Battle Armor He-Man, Battle Armor Skeletor, Clamp Champ. They still have the working barrel feature, and we just these guys just felt so deluxe that we wanted to plus them up even more with even more accessories, weapons, interchangeable heads in the more vintage style, and Clamp Champ, of course, would come with his awesome claw and a few other accessories as well. We haven't really done the Battle Armor feature.
Sorry, Sam, did you say rolling barrel? Like, first time that's been done?
Yeah. So they actually do the rolling. They actually do the battle rolling. So we haven't done that as far as I can remember for a while. So we thought it'd be really important to bring it into this line again.
Yeah. So Sam, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think if you strike it with the power sword or with really any weapon, then you get to see the battle damage on He-Man Skeletor. On Clamp Champ, he's got the Techno Clamp that actually will activate and grab people.
Yes.
So we're going to have 4 new figures in spring, not just these 3,
Correct.
including Ram Man.
Mr. Ram Man. Oh, I wish I could hear you guys applauding for this. So this is Ram Man. He's got added articulation points from the vintage. So he's got the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists and the knees. He'll also have the functioning jumping feature. He's going to come with an extra hand so you can hold both axes. He's going to have an interchangeable head with a battle mode mask. I thought it'd be really cool to kind of give a little bit of a variety on Ram Man.
Yeah, I absolutely love that armored helmet also. And we can't, of course, forget how cool the packaging art is on these guys. Thank you to Roy, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, so the deluxe figures will come like in this wider blister card. Graphic-wise, we'll continue the exploding lava red rocks, and then with the starry blue sky. And for the first time in the Origins line, the blister cards will actually showcase these really cool illustrations of the characters on the front card. So I thought that was really cool there. And then the extra head and accessories will be packed out to the right of the figure, and a mini comic will actually be included here, which is really cool. And actually, it's a brand new one.
That's right. You can kind of see it sneaking in there in the back.
Yeah. And then let me tell you about the back. Again, we'll continue those cool art panels towards the top of the card. And if you guys got to see that for a bit, actually just want to let you guys know that if the artwork looked a little familiar, or at least that scene, that's because it was actually inspired by the original mini comic cover when He-Man meets Rudman. So just a little fun thing right there. And just a little funny Easter egg on that one, when you guys actually get to see the artwork, was that if you guys noticed the harness and the actual power sword on Faker, it was actually color pink. And the reason for that is because it's an actual homage to the vintage cross-sell art of Faker. And in the original toy, he came with the black version. So just a fun little
let's go back one slide again, just to take another look at that, because I know Roy, you deserve some credit here. That's just an awesome backing card.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for that, Josh.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, so that's the artwork that I was talking about, as you can see that, right? And then that pink colorway right there on Faker. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, that cool homage, to the vintage cross-sell artwork. It's always fun to do that,
All right, and now the part that I wanted to tell you guys about, of course, too, is that every figure comes with its own mini comic as well. These are totally separate stories from the core line.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in here if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
Because writing these mini comics is like, I always say that working on this line, doing what I do, it's like take a time machine back to me as an 8-year-old kid and tell me that I'm going to be doing this, and I'd be perfectly fine growing up and sitting where I'm at. The first mini comic with the first wave, people are starting to get out now. And so we've got a couple of different goals that we need to reach with it. We've got to get all of the characters into each mini comics. And, you know, we've got 6 pages to do it. So the first comic, we're establishing the core truths of Masters for like stuff that people here are going to be familiar with, but we want to make sure that new fans understand this basic stuff. Why Skeletor wants the power inside a Grayskull, Adam transforming into He-Man, things like that. After that, we're still going to be including all the characters in each individual wave into a story, but because we have those core truths established, the stories are going to take off. I mean, I work with Ruben very closely, and every single time we've only got a couple of pages, and Ruben says every single time there's so much packed into this, and we like try to edit it down to get like a really rich story into it. Like if I had $1 for every single time Ruben said there's so much into this, I'd have I think like $5. So I think that's how many waves between this and maybe
$5 today, maybe.
$5 today. But they've been awesome. And the stories have been a lot of fun. The world expansion has been really cool. The deluxe figures, we've got a little bit less characters that we're trying to pack in. So so it's Rudman, Clamchamp, and then the Battle Armor, He-Man, and Skeletor. And yeah, so once like wave 2, wave 3, and these guys roll out, I can't wait to see how people dig them, and especially you guys out there, but also the new fans.
Yeah. So really excited, lots of stuff coming out. As you can see in this mini comic, Skeletor is getting his butt whooped. So I think he's gonna need some help this spring. You guys may have seen it from Pixel Dan earlier or on the cross-sell, but that's right. Who better to help him out than his loyal steed, PANTHOR?
Yes, so we have PANTHOR. If He-Man has Battle Cat, Skeletor needs to have PANTHOR. And it's the same articulation as Battle Cat, and it's the same removable harness feature. And yeah, it's just going to be a great addition to Skeletor's evil army.
Yeah, and Dan, I know we showed you this earlier this week. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you guys are looking at those comments right now.
Yes, we see them.
I echo their statements. I echo their statements. Where's the flocking, guys?
Gosh. Okay. Well, we're listening.
Well,
But,
Pixel Dan,
I did want to
your
show
real
you guys. I did want to show you guys. Dan, you didn't see this earlier, but the packaging as well is really special on this guy. I'm going to let Roy once again tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, so PANTHOR here will come in this window box with the giant header card at the top, so display this artwork. And then just one thing I wanted to talk about the artwork was basically when you take a first glance at it, it looks like the actual original artwork that we got in the PANTHOR box art. But you know, as you kind of look at it a little bit closer, you start to see some of the differences between the two, and you also will get a lot of world expansion right here with you know, throughout the artwork. You know, 2 little examples here right off the bat. You can see, you know, right below the new for 21, you see Screech flying there behind Skeletor. And then to the left, you actually see kind of like that Spirit of Grayskull sort of peeking from below. So yeah, there's just fun little things like that that you'll catch throughout the artwork, little fun Easter eggs and stuff. And then the back of the package there, you know, we have the art panel there at the top of the card. And this right here is an homage to the the Battle Armor Skeletor and PANTHOR 2-pack. You know, it's very close to it. We did, you know, changed a couple things. Like for example, instead of having He-Man or Battle Armor He-Man back there standing next to Man-at-Arms, he's actually riding Battle Cat and charging Skeletor. And then the rest of it is just the insets and cross-sell.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how good of a packaging designer Roy is? Like, insane.
Thank you, Robert.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And also, I want to make sure everybody's looking at that cross-sell down there, okay?
I'm seeing the comments.
Just make sure everybody looks at that cross-sell.
But of course, Dan, you know, PANTHOR isn't the only thing that Skeletor's got hiding up his sleeve.
We'll have Mechanic for lunch. Yikes! And He-Man for dessert.
Land Shark vehicle, Skeletor, Mechanic, and He-Man figures each sold separately.
Help! Help!
Land Shark, Land Shark.
Help! He-Man!
Land Shark, Land Shark.
Everyone, lockjaw, Land Shark.
Land Shark. Land Shark vehicle, new from the Masters of the Universe collection, not for use with some figures. Action figures each sold separately. From Mattel.
From Mattel.
I know, that's
Mattel.
right. It's the
All right.
Land Shark.
Yes, so this is the Land Shark, the Origins version, right? So some of the things that we wanted to do with the Origins line is kind of improve on the vintage product. So with this Land Shark, we made it bigger. So if you have the vintage one and you put it side by side, this one is going to be noticeably larger. We changed a little bit of the sculpt details. Like if you can see the teeth, we added the serrated edges. We tweaked a little bit of the sculpts on the guns. We added some sculpt details on the hood of the Land Shark. And yeah, it's just another vehicle in Skeletor's arsenal to defeat the heroic warriors.
I know,
An amazing vehicle.
that He-Man has
yeah,
grabbed.
I was gonna say He-Man stole it apparently because he's out for a joyride right now.
Yeah, and it'll still have the chomping feature with the rolling. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see that on the packaging too. And speaking of packaging though, Land Shark will come, in the window box with the beautiful artwork on the header card. And just want to, kind of give a special thanks to Axel here. It's been fun collaborating with him on the artwork here, He's doing an amazing job with the pencils and the inks. And also a big thank you to Francisco, who's been, doing the coloring here. So yeah, all around, man, these are just fun stuff,
Yeah, and let's actually hop over to the next slide and we can get a closer look at some of this packaging. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So this
Gorgeous.
is the art panel. Yeah, thank you. This is the art panel here that you'll get on the card back. So the idea here is basically to sort of continue that battle scene that we got in that vintage Battle Armor Skeletor and Land Shark 2-pack. So I felt like this was sort of a continuation of that battle here, but kind of wanted to expand, on it a little bit more, by adding, some of these extra characters like Stinkor, Triclops, and Fisto, and just on the little side note, guys, I just wanted to kind of mention that, some of these, extra characters that you guys see throughout the artwork, they're not just, like some random selections or not, they're actually like carefully selected, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
All right, Roy, we gotta cut him off right there.
No, what do you mean, Roy?
Keep going, Roy.
What are you referring to?
Anyway, well, nothing says evil like a tank that will also eat you. But that's a look at the mainline offering we have coming out in spring 2021. Thank you, guys. Wait, you still want some more, huh?
Yeah, this is PowerCon. You can't stop there.
Well, introducing the Rise of Evil 2-pack.
All right, so as Josh said, this is the Rise of Evil 2-pack, right? So we wanted to give a big range of characters from the MOTU universe. So we're going to the blast from the past, right? We're throwing it back old school. So what you have here is you have Keldor and Cronus. As we all know, it's pre-Skeletor and Trapjaw. Keldor is going to come with exclusive Havoc energy-powered weapons and an Alcala-styled head. And Cronus will come with a new head and a new harness matching what he looked like in the content. So yeah, that cape is going to be really awesome on Keldor. That's what I was most excited about.
So yeah, once again, the whole line is going to be wide at all retail in 2021. Anyone that wants to take it can have it. We're happy for all stores to have it. The Rise of Evil 2-pack is going to be a Target exclusive. And Dan, I saw this in the comments, and you've been bugging me about it so much. I guess we can say that Skeletor's reign of terror is just going to have to continue.
Okay.
Because PANTHOR just got an upgrade. It's Flocked PANTHOR coming in spring 2021.
You guys. You had me with that whole thing. So we've got a fully articulated Flocked PANTHOR is what you're telling me?
That
Yes.
is
so
correct.
So this is Flocked PANTHOR. It's flocking awesome. And I just have to give big shout outs to our engineering team because of how difficult it is to have articulation with the flocked material over the plastic. But through the magic of our engineers, we were able to pull it off. We're able to pull it off well. So we believe we're delivering a really good quality flocked PANTHOR.
Yes.
Yeah,
very
and
true.
this guy's going to live alongside the non-flocked version on shelf. So you can choose one or the other, or if you're Pixel Dan, you can get both.
Yeah, guys, and then
Everybody should get
the
both.
packaging right here. Sorry.
Let's go back a slide real quick.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so packaging wise, it's basically artwork will be the same. There are a couple of differences here. As you can see, the first one is basically those two little call outs on the front of the box right there. But the most noticeable difference that you'll actually experience with the two boxes is that this one will actually be printed like on this sort of soft touch cardstock, which is, the laminate, the way it works, basically, it feels really soft, almost velvety. So it makes a really nice tactile experience.
So you essentially flocked the box too?
That is correct. So you can pet the box.
Yeah, like I was saying, Roy and his skills as a packaging designer, like, second to none.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's flocked PANTHOR coming to Walmart exclusively in spring. But the last piece of exciting origin news, moving forward to the next slide, I know many of you guys have been waiting for. This is the winner of our fan choice contest. So last month, you guys decided who would be our final character for spring 2021. And with 4 all-stars to choose from, boy, was it close. So Anti-Eternia Man-at-Arms dropped out early. And then Wondar, which totally took me by surprise. I was really disappointed. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Wondar.
So we're left with our final 2 contenders. And of course, there can only be one winner. So congratulations to first appearance Triclops.
Yeah. Hey, you missed the drum roll, Josh. We were supposed to do a drum roll.
The news waits for no one, Sam.
We'll get it in editing.
All right.
So stay up to date on when he's going to be available for pre-order, as well as all of your Masters of the Universe news. Check us out at mastersoftheuniverse.com. I believe it's actually live now if you guys want to go. So you're going to find the latest news on the MOTU brand. We'll have fun activations, character bios, the latest product releases, and all the different ways that you can explore Eternia, all at mastersoftheuniverse.com. But before we head out, Dan, I wanted to take a second here to acknowledge something. I know there's been a lot of talk lately about the Classics line.
Yes.
I want to tell you that it's going to continue to stay on the back burner for us, but we want to let the fans know that we've heard you, and we want to let you know something new is coming. And so in summer of 2021, in less than a year, a new He-Man is going to emerge. Introducing Masterverse. This is the next evolution of He-Man.
Yeah,
Holy
so,
cow. This is amazing, guys.
I'm so excited to share with you guys. This is just such a teaser, but we are doing a whole new line of figures based off the Revelation animation. It's a collector's 7-inch scale figure with around a little over 30 points of articulation with 8 core characters, and it's pretty awesome. Can't wait to share with you guys, but I can't right now. So you just have to stay tuned to social media, but rest assured that these figures are turning out pretty awesome.
They're very awesome.
Yeah.
I want to throw a little PS in here because I love 7-inch scale figures, and we got like a little sneak peek of these as you know, team privilege, and oh my god. They are so cool.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting something cool, but they like really blew my expectations out of the water. I'm like, I got goosebumps just like wanting to put them on my shelf.
Yeah, these are looking super awesome. Super excited about these.
I also want to just,
yeah.
I was just going to add in that the name of the line being Masterverse is exciting to me because that seems to keep doors open for some things. So that's just me speculating as a fan right now. But
doors are open, lips are sealed. We can't,
I like that.
unfortunately.
I like that, Josh.
We
Doors
can't
are open.
reveal.
And lips are sealed, yes.
We can't reveal any of the line yet to you guys. Unfortunately, we wish we could. We're not allowed to yet.
But they're awesome. They are crazy
yes.
awesome.
And that being said, this will live alongside Origins on shelf, so you'll have both to be able to choose from. And we can show you, though, the packaging.
Yay. So yeah, this is really cool. So yeah, so these very cool, awesome figures, Masterverse figures, will actually come inside this collector-oriented box here. Graphics are very minimal, you know, just keeping in mind the collector here. And you'll get a large window here to actually be able to showcase the awesome figures with all the accessories that come with. And, you know, we'll also have like these really cool illustrations on the side and the back of the panel. So yeah.
So not saying, you know, anything too much, but if you happen to be a classics figure collector already and you have an interest in Masterverse, you'll find that there's a lot of things they can share because of that same scale. So we're excited to bring these guys out to you guys. Really more to come, so stay tuned. So that's it for Spring 21 for MOTU. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you, Dan, for walking through the line with us. And let's open it up to some Q&A.
Oh,
Wait,
let's do it.
before we move on, there was a comment that was awesome that he said he didn't have enough clean underwear. That's got to be the best comment. It's got to be
amazing.
Best.
That's amazing.
Sounds
All
like
right.
a very personal problem. I hope that was like a reaction and not just kind of like, I have to be honest in this, how quarantine is going.
Awesome. All right, guys. So Q&A is now open. You guys can use that Q&A dialogue box down at the bottom. We've got roughly 20 minutes to answer some questions. I'll do my very best to pick out what I can out of here. So I'm going to start with this question. I think this is one that is on everybody's mind. From Zach, he wants to know, you said there will be enough product for everyone coming. What will that be with Wave 1 in the coming days, or is this just for Wave 1, or what does that entail exactly?
Yeah, I'll take this one. And 100% yes with Wave 1 in the coming days. We understand Walmart, certain Walmart stores might be a little bit slow in this 2-week window setting product. The plan is for all the Walmarts to get them, for Walmart.com to get them. We are making a ton of these guys. And we want to continue that. If you guys want to buy them, we understand they can be hard to find. We want to make it accessible. And that was the goal for this line for kind of the very beginning, is that these should be accessible to everyone who wants to have a figure and who wants to be able to share it with their kids or have one on shelf and one to play with. We understand what you guys need. It's coming. And all I can say is, you know, it's really tough, but be patient, because we're sending all the product out there. It will hit shelves. There will be no shortage of product. Certainly not this Wave 1 in the coming weeks. So be patient, and I promise everyone will get the figures they want.
Awesome. All right, Josh. So on that same note, I'm seeing a lot of comments that are very similar. So I want to do a blanket question here that's trying to cover all of that. You did mention within this panel that 2021 is when this opens up to all retailers. So number one, can you explain what exactly that means? Will that include like online retailers or small toy shops? And number two, with the Walmart exclusive and the Target exclusive you announced, there's a lot of concern about bots and the availability to buy those. So can you speak to both of those items?
Yeah, sure. For number one, the answer is absolutely. Everyone who wants to take it can take it. So you will see this at all major retailers, and if mom and pop shops want it, they can get it. So anywhere online, anywhere that sells action figures that is interested in taking MOTU, it's accessible to them January 1st. So for that entire spring line we just showed you, you will be able to get it, hopefully, we're hoping too, anywhere that you look for it at retail. So that's part one. Part two is those are going to be Walmart and Target exclusives. We understand, yeah, there can be issues with scalpers and bots and stuff like that. Our hope is we will continue working on pre-sale windows that work for you guys. Out the gate, we're trying to gauge kind of what the interest is and how quick stuff is getting bought up. But the goal is that by the time that stuff rolls out in spring, that we'll have the right setup. We're going to continue to improve so that you guys can buy them without fear of, scalpers and bots coming in and just grabbing all the product.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Josh. All right. This next question is mini comic centric. Joe Amato wants to know if future mini comics will possibly contain more than 6 pages.
No, well, discussion to be had later. Right now, they're still going to be on the 6 pages, but we're learning to work with the amount of pages that we have to create the best flow. Ruben and I, we collaborate very closely in trying to make sure that we're really getting in a good story to introduce it. Unfortunately, we don't have the pages that the actual Masterverse Comics has. And those guys like Tim Seeley and Dan Frega, oh my God, like guys are creative geniuses. So to kind of like work in their shadow is, it's really something special. Still the same amount, but we're going to make sure that whatever the content we get out is going to be really awesome. So yeah, if still taking as much feedback on the mini comics, so I love hearing what people think about them.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that, you are going to see new mini comics with every wave of core figures, with every wave of those new deluxe figures, and also tons of other content that we've got planned that we can't talk about. So I know everyone's so excited to see the world of MOTU come to life, and we're trying to find lots of new and kind of fun ways to do it. So stay tuned, but you will continue to get more and more mini comics in the future. We'll probably stick to the 6-page window for now, but always open for discussion and always open for feedback too.
Awesome. All right. The next question comes from Brian. He says, are there plans for more Princess of Power characters in Origins? Will we see the She-Ra that was on the back of the Landshark box at retail? We would love to see those characters based on their original box and toy designs.
Do you want to take this one, Josh?
I will say it was not planned that She-Ra would be shown on that cross-sell, but now that she's out, yeah, then you were going to see She-Ra at retail in spring. In terms of the packaging execution, I think we're still working through what that looks like. So stay tuned on that side. But yes, you will see She-Ra at mass.
Yes, and we are very excited about that because, yeah, who better than She-Ra?
Excellent. All right, next question comes from Carlos. He says, as a customizer, Origins is a dream toy line. Are there any plans for accessory packs, alternate heads, weapons, etc.?
I'll take that quick, Sam.
Oh, yeah. No, Ruben, you can do.
I think we're very mindful of that. And when we talked with Dan earlier this week, we were very mindful of that when we were coming up with Origins as a product offering. I think looking at the deluxe figures that we just showed you with Battle Armor, He-Man, Skeletor, Clamp-Champ, and Ram-Man, 4 amazing figures. There's all that added piece count and accessories. So I think depending on how well these are all received, we always are looking for more opportunities to play in that area. So we like it. We're mindful of it, which is why we're doing it now. How much more we do just really depends on how well all of this product is received.
Can I just throw in something about the customization? Because I've been like on the checking out the boards, people have been doing it, and it's awesome.
Oh, I think we lost Robert
really
there.
Robert struck out.
Yeah, Robert just kind of froze up there. So sorry, Robert.
All
right, we're gonna
how creative people are getting.
All right, I'm gonna move on with the next question. I'm really sorry, Robert, but it looks like you're cutting out there. The next question comes from James. This is a very long question. Are you ready for this? Play sets?
maybe. You know, I can't say we have necessarily anything planned in this moment that we can share with you guys, but you know, stay tuned, and we know the fans are asking, and you know, things aren't too far away or outside of the reach. So
Got it.
There are no closed doors, right, Josh?
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So here is a good design question from David. I'm going to read this exactly as he wrote it. Can the female legs, specifically the knees, be redesigned to be more the bee's knees and not the beast knees? So I think specifically we've had a lot of comments about the knees on Tila and Evelyn. So if you guys can talk about that.
What do you mean? They're not the bee's knees now?
You know, bees don't actually have knees, do they?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways. Ruben, you want to take this one?
I think it was a challenging. It was a real big topic of conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Design area, because if you notice on a lot of the product, there aren't any real exposed joints. So we try to hide them as best we could. So other than honestly exposing that knee joint and kind of breaking up the aesthetic, that was the most minimal, that was the best way for us to hide the joint and still maintain the articulation that we needed. So it really came down to a design aesthetic across the brand and wanting to maintain really nice articulation quality, number one, and the aesthetic and the visual, trying to hide it as best we could. So we, like I said, it was a big back and forth conversation, and we're where we ended up. If it's something that really bugs everybody, maybe we could look at it in the future, but for now it's staying as it is.
All right, next question is back to the mini comics. Excalibur 25 wants to know, will the international releases have no dialogue similar to the Masters of the WWE Universe figures?
Yeah, they won't, simply because of the way of our international distribution. It's just impossible to get a really good story in by translating the dialogue that many times. It would be completely illegible. So rather than have the dialogue that people can't read and block out the art, I think that Ruben is doing a great job of making sure that each panel, the illustrations can speak for themselves. You know, the community is so great about sharing images of what the comics are that that they can, you know, they can see what it is in English, and you know, people translate them on their own anyway. Yeah, if we had to get in that much, or even an edited down version into a dialogue bubble, it would block out way too much of the panel, and we just really didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next question comes from Tommy. This is about the upcoming Masterverse line, wanting some clarification on if Masterverse will be offered in retail stores or as an online like type item, or both.
Yeah, this guy will be wide, so you'll see it at retail and online. Fully wide at mass retail, alongside Origins, coming in summer 2021. Summer, fall 2021. Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. And we touched on this a little bit already with the 2021 releases, but there's been a lot of people asking for clarification. When this opens up to all retailers in 2021, are the Wave 1 figures going to be showing up at these other retailers?
Yeah, we are currently planning to make Wave 1 and Wave 2 figures also available at all retailers when it goes wide in 2021. So for those of you who don't live near Walmart, can't get to one, can't find it online, then we will have more inventory of these guys planned for spring 2021 for all the other retailers who aren't carrying it right now.
That's great. So it sounds like we're going to have it all the retailers. It sounds like you're going to be able to offer these through any of the online toy stores possibly. And I'm also getting questions here asking if you will be selling them direct, maybe through the Mattel Creations website. Is that something coming?
Well, I've got a garage out back, and if you guys want to come over, I'll be selling them direct from the back.
Out of my trunk.
Just wear a mask.
Yeah, no, just 6 feet. TBD on the direct channel. I think it's certainly something that we'd like to do. I think we're trying to figure out if we went that route, what would it look like? So yeah, stay tuned on that one.
But I also think that a lot of the stuff that we're going to have at MASS will be readily available for everybody. So having it even on a direct-to-consumer side, if we had something like that for MOTU, would kind of be redundant. But we feel very confident that a lot of this product, most of this product, will be available to everybody. Fairly easy, hopefully.
Great. Awesome. All right. The next question comes from Tony, again, about the upcoming Masterverse toy line. He wants to know if the heads from that line will be interchangeable with Masters of the Universe Classics.
I'm not allowed to really tell you anything about Masterverse, unfortunately. I know.
All right. Figured we'd throw one in there just to see what happens.
A for effort.
All right. I'm scrolling through trying to find the questions. I'm really sorry, guys. You have so many questions in here, so I really
there's a lot of stuff going on about like knee wars has become a thing I've noticed in the
about what?
The knee wars. Knee wars are, you know.
Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, so here's a good one, and this is one that we kind of talked about in our interview as well. This was asked by Mike. Will He-Man and Skeletor eventually get full power swords for Origins?
I think there's a lot of opportunities to do that, right? But like Josh says, lips are sealed, doors are open.
Yeah.
But definitely
say,
it's something that we can totally like. Yeah. It's
we've
a lot of
we've heard the feedback on it. You know,
Yeah.
you guys have made it very loud and clear. So we've heard the feedback. You know, it's something that we'll take a look at.
Awesome. All right, so I see a lot of questions here about vintage inspired heads. So I do want to go ahead and throw that out there, but I think it is important to remind everybody that you guys did just reveal the Battle Armor figures, and Battle Armor He-Man does come with the alternate vintage toy head. Skeletor's got some alternate heads, so that's really awesome. But do you guys have plans to include more of those kind of vintage toy style heads for the figures?
We're scheming.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you guys make it known what you want, then we will do our best to put it in the line. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. And I think we look for opportunities that are going to make this special to collectors, that are going to deliver on what you guys want to have. And with a line like this where the customizability of it is so much fun and so integral to what you're getting, that we want to give you as many options as possible. So, you know, if there are things that you want, things that you like, let us know, you know, and we'll do our best to get in there.
Yeah, and I think I want to be very clear on one thing too, Dan, and I think it's we've understand it, we've heard it, and I think that no other fans are more vocal or vocal, and we appreciate that. But I think with He-Man, he's really the only one that's not completely vintage. Everybody else is very much based off of the vintage product line, and we've already heard the feedback about the original origin head or the original vintage head being included, which is why you see it in the deluxe figures. So we are listening. All the other figures are pretty much based off of the vintage heads with some minor revisions, but nothing as drastic as the He-Man hair. So we are listening and we are taking notes.
Excellent. All right. Okay, so this is another distribution question for international fans. I'm seeing a lot of this in here as well. R4E is asking about what's happening with distribution and availability for the international markets, as the dates seem to be changing specifically in the UK. Is that something that you can speak to?
I will say internationally, our goal, once again, to get this product out to anyone who wants it, whether you're in the US or you're outside of it. So internationally, we are planning on product rolling out at several markets this fall, including the UK. To be honest, it probably has to do with some of the retailers out there in terms of logistics and distribution and things like that. But you will see product out there, and we'll continue rolling it out and expanding MOTU internationally, especially in 2021. So you're definitely going to see it internationally this fall. But the goal, similar to what you're seeing in the US, is to continue making a bigger and better line and finding more places to sell it, so you guys can get the product that you want.
Excellent. All right. So this is another one that I'm going to kind of throw a blanket statement out there because I'm seeing this a whole bunch throughout the questions here. And I know it's not something you guys can answer, but now that you've shown flocked PANTHOR, I'm seeing a lot of, will Mossman be flocked? Will Stinkor stink? Stuff like that. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware that that's a thing that everybody's asking when you guys are planning things out.
And I'll be honest with everyone who's watching us right now. This is not the first time Dan has asked for a Stinkor.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got this.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, for my part, you know, we're here, you guys. We're listening, and we're looking for fun ways to keep rolling out products. And Ruben, if you want to add to it.
Yeah, I think, guys, very important is that the deluxe figures that we're providing you are a way for us to offer the featured characters that we know everybody wants and expects that haven't been done since like 1980s. So for characters like Mossman and Stinkor and other characters have those unique features, we will always try to find a place for them to offer them as closely as possible as they were offered to you originally back when we were all little kids playing on our carpets in front of the TV. So I think that's our goal as a team, is to offer these products as true as they were originally offered to us. So wherever those opportunities, when those characters do come up, we find a place and we try our best to make it happen.
Excellent. All right. Thank you guys very much. All right. Next question here comes from Rob. He wants to know if Four Horsemen Toy Design were involved in the Masterverse figures coming. And I know you guys can't say a lot about those yet, so if you can't say anything.
Everything's still pretty much hush-hush on all of this. I mean, anything Masterverse related, we are very tight-lipped on, because we want to make sure that when we do share it with you, it's all one big, amazing download. So more to come on that, but unfortunately, we really can't talk about that.
Okay. Got it. Totally understand. All right. We're getting very close to the end here, and there's still like over almost 600 questions. So I really apologize, guys, that I can't answer everything, but I have seen this one in here a few times. So I'm going to throw this out as a fun way to end this off. Just hypothetical. What are some of your favorite Masters of the Universe characters that you would love to introduce into Origins?
Man, that's a loaded question.
I know. I'd say happy
in a perfect world, what character would you put in the line?
I'll be honest with you, Dan. I was actually really hoping for Wondar.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love the look. And if we could have figured out something with Wonder Bread and all that stuff. So I was really hoping for him. He's kind of like an urban legend favorite of mine. Obviously, he didn't make the cut with the fans. So cheer for me. But you know, we'll see what the future holds with that. Yeah.
I would like to.
Wait, Ruben, go.
Damn, go ahead.
Yeah, my favorite of all time is Ninjor, because he's a ninja. You can't get any more cooler than that. And we're doing them, so.
And you did him.
Guys, I'm done. I quit. I'm done, guys. Bye.
All right, let me ask. I'm going to say this. So we have a roadmap of where we're going and what characters we're going to do. So I know that a lot of the characters that I want to do are going to get made sooner or later. But I would like to see more than anything is, what do you guys think about new characters?
That's always a good
Appetite for that,
question.
because
Yeah.
I think creating a new character is probably where my interest really lies, in coming up with something really meaningful that could live in this world and really be part of it.
Yeah, and maybe we find the right opportunity for it for the right folks. You know, and I think, to follow up on Ruben's statement, you know, our goal is to bring out the stuff that you guys know and love. I think the line is called Origins, and it's called that for a reason. One of my favorite parts about the actual original 80s line is that they really did come up with some just like crazy characters, names, and what they could do and what they look like and all that stuff. So I'm also kind of with Ruben with, yeah, it'd be really cool to do that in the future. But let us know what you guys think, and we'll keep an open mind going forward.
Hey, before
Mine
you
is,
guys,
I'd really like to complete the royal family, like to have Randy and Marlena, right? Like, I want to fill out Eternity Palace is what I want to do. That's what I'm saying.
awesome. Look, before you guys start creating new characters, just throwing this out there, okay? before you guys start making new ones,
We'll do new characters before Mosquito comes
no,
along.
stop. I'm sorry. I think I cut somebody off with their character.
Roy, was that you?
No, that wasn't me.
Who's your character, Roy?
Well, mine's already actually getting made. Mine's actually Manny Faces.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about who we haven't done yet because like some of my favorites also were done, like Rayman. You know who was one of my favorites as a kid that I just always played with, who had such a fun play feature was Cobra Khan with the little spray head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yo, Rio Blast is pretty sweet too, man. I like Rio Blast.
Totally. With his chats.
And then the panel just
See?
evolved
And now-
into the
yeah.
talking about.
Now
their
we're all
favorite
just
characters.
geeking out about these toys that we love, but that's fantastic. That is so awesome. That's great. All right, we are
Oh man.
definitely running really low on time. So, Josh team, was there anything else that you guys want to say?
Oh, there we go.
Josh, were you cutting out?
Yeah, just for a second there.
All
I
right.
think I'm back now.
Okay, great. So we're kind of at the end of the panel here, so I wanted to give you one final chance to say something to the fans.
Gosh. For me, it's thank you guys. Thank you for your passion and, being so involved in this line and kind of making our jobs more fun every day. And continue the conversation with us, continue, finding ways to reach us, whether it's social media or, the website, things like that, panels like this. We love hearing from you. We love hearing what you like, what you don't like, and keep letting us know, and we'll keep trying to make it and get it out there.
Yeah, real quick, Dan, I think that's 100% what our goal is, to make a quality line that makes everybody as excited about the original product as they do about this one. They feel the same way about it. And we're very mindful of what you guys are saying to us. And we've been doing this for many years. We've been doing PowerCon for many years. And we always want to listen to what you guys have to say. And we try very, very hard to keep those comments in our mind as we make decisions.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, one, thanks to everyone out there for making my dream come true of working on one of the most iconic toy lines from my childhood. For the support. Without you guys wouldn't make this happen. And to the person who asked about my fish, it is a beta with 4 tetra and 2 albino kori that are in that tank. So,
I just thought that was a tank of water.
Pay attention to what you're asking.
Well, there's fish in there?
No, for sure though. But yeah, I want to say thanks, to all the MOTU fans for being really supportive. I think all of your guys' support and love for the brand really helps us do our job better. Like, Josh is saying, we all have fun doing it. I love the brand. I love the people that love it. I've met some really awesome people through PowerCon and Comic-Con. So I just want to take this time to thank you guys so much for all the support. Really appreciate it.
I want to thank you guys also from around the world. I know a lot of people, there are a lot of He-Man fans around the world. And as I'm sitting in my house, it's nice to know there's other people around the world thinking about He-Man. And so definitely stay tuned though for the Masterverse stuff. Stay tuned to all your social media He-Man channels. We'll release that information as soon as possible.
It's just going to get better.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you guys, everyone, everyone's really passionate about this brand, and it shows. I mean, I've seen the comments, and it's really cool. It's really cool to see the passion actually for the brand. I'm a huge fan of it too. I grew up with this brand as a little kid. So I'm just excited. It's like a childhood dream that come true to be able to actually be designing the packaging for MOTU. Never thought I would, you know, but here I am doing it, and I'm just having a blast. And then I'm actually just really excited to be able to share with you guys, you know, everything that comes out from this brand. So thank you guys.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much. Very, very special thanks to the team at Mattel for joining us.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, you guys were amazing. Thanks for all the awesome information and all the reveals and all of the answers to the questions. The fans absolutely appreciate it. And with that, PowerCon 2020 is coming to a close, everybody. Look, 2020 has been a very weird year for all of us, and we always love having the opportunity to get together in person and share our love and our passions for things like He-Man and She-Ra and these amazing worlds that we all grew up and loved. And being able to get together virtually with these panels has been an amazing experience, and I think it's really helped to kind of bring the excitement back into everybody's homes. So I hope everybody around the world who is watching has really enjoyed the content that we've been able to provide this weekend. I know that I've really enjoyed this experience and chatting with the fans. It's something I really have missed doing. So from the staff at PowerCon, thank you all so much for joining us. We love you all. We really appreciate it. Until next time. And as they say at the end of the 1987 motion picture, good journey, my friends.